Hello, and welcome to this presentation, Marketing with Intention, Getting Key Messages to the Right People for the Right Reason. A pressing need for a rural health network leader is to influence their members and stakeholders to invest in the work of the network. To do this well takes a combination of business ideas. And to a large degree, these business ideas are found in the work that is called marketing. In this workshop, some basic marketing theory is presented. The lens and language of nonprofit marketing will be used throughout. We will seek to clarify your marketing goals and consider communication options that will move you toward your marketing goals for specific target markets using key messages, those value propositions of your network. This workshop provides you with a marketing calendar template to help organize your thinking. The supplemental calendar provides opportunity for you to get started with documenting your marketing goals, selected target markets and key messages, and then developing promotion, purpose, and activities. I have been gaining knowledge and experience in marketing ideas and practical applications through a myriad of business settings, including both large for-profit and small nonprofit organizations, and specifically with rural health networks across the country and the role of providing technical assistance and consulting. Part of my work has included learning about planning, implementing, and adjusting marketing plans. I'm a certified facilitator, along with being a nonprofit rural health network leader, community volunteer, and stakeholder, and small business owner. The recording of this presentation, along with the accompanying marketing calendar template, are posted on my website, www.bettertogetherkw.com. This workshop builds on earlier marketing efforts, including understanding the pains and desired gains of your members and stakeholders, identifying target markets and key messages, the value propositions of your network. You will find the Designing to Deliver Value recorded presentation and accompanying workbook on my website. I've included a link within this slide. Bring the results of your completed workbook to this workshop as you apply your marketing knowledge. Today, the question we are trying to answer is, how can we influence our members and stakeholders as rural health network leaders to invest in the work of our network? Together, we will take about an hour to consider some fundamental marketing concepts and definitions. We will cover the basics and consider what it means to do marketing through the lens of a nonprofit organization. I will talk through what we mean by asking our members and stakeholders to make an investment in our network. By thinking this through, we will be able to set our marketing goals. As you all well know, marketing is a huge area of effort and content. It includes many parts and interacts with other areas of our business. I address the marketing components of designing services that your members value, along with identifying target markets and finding key messages in the Designing to Deliver Value workshop delivered to you in July. Today, we will take a few minutes to check in on how to use the results from the Designing to Deliver Value work you have already developed. To truly be intentional with your marketing, the key is to deliver the right message to the right person for the right reason. We will look at various communication options and purposes for you to consider how to do marketing to the target markets you've already identified. Finally, I have put together a marketing calendar template for you to try out. It's a tool to help organize your thinking, and it allows you to plan ahead so that your communications are both purposeful and you have thought through your promotional mix. Reference material for this presentation goes back to these two primary sources. The first is a Marketing Principles textbook. The authors, Lamb, Hare, and McDaniel, have been helping people learn and apply marketing principles for many years. I drew from their 11th edition. The other book that is used for developing the ideas and content in this presentation is from a consortium of authors. Value Proposition Design, published in 2014, was facilitated and orchestrated by Alex Osterwalder. He used a collaborative co-designing approach with hundreds of contributors from around the world. Their ideas help us all better understand designing for value. Additional references are noted at the end of the presentation. Let's start by getting on the same page about some marketing principles and definitions. The American Marketing Association provides a definition of marketing as the activity for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. There's a framework of thinking that marketing uses that has two parts that work together. Organizations take different approaches or have different marketing philosophies. And in turn, these philosophies influence the management of marketing activities. Lamb, Hare, and McDaniel have identified 4 marketing philosophies or orientations that of production, sales, market, and societal. For nonprofit organizations, we are usually oriented toward the market or societal philosophies, where we are focused on delivering what our members, partners, and stakeholders want and need. And we manage our marketing activities to deliver our services in such a way that we also contribute to the larger society. Diving in a bit deeper, a market philosophy is one where the social and economic justification for an organization's existence is the satisfaction of customer wants and needs while meeting organizational objectives. This philosophy is based on an understanding that a sale or an action depends on a customer's decision to engage with the organization. In other words, with a market-oriented philosophy, what defines a business and influences their marketing decisions is what the customer perceives as valuable. So going forward in this workshop, we will be embracing the market philosophy as nonprofit leaders in order to market with intention and deliver key messages to the right people for the right reason. The marketing mix describes a traditional framework of marketing activity. It is a unique blend of the 4 Ps: product, place, promotion, and pricing, which describes strategies designed to produce mutually satisfying exchanges with the target market. There are many resources that will provide you with a more in-depth knowledge of each of the 4 Ps. I'm sharing with you today a very brief summary. Typically, the marketing mix starts with the product. It is hard to design a place strategy, decide on a promotion campaign, and set a price without knowing the product or service being marketed. The product component of marketing includes not only the product or service itself, but also packaging, customer service or support, branding, and image. An example that Lamb, Hare, and McDaniel share is about Godiva chocolate. So the chocolate bar has many product elements: the chocolate itself, a fancy gold wrapper, a customer satisfaction guarantee, and the prestige of the Godiva brand name. Products can be tangible goods such as computers, or ideas like those offered by a consultant, or services such as accounting or care services. The place component is focused on delivery or distribution of the product or service. The activities of this component make sure that the service is available when and where the customers expect or want them. A part of this place element involves making sure that all of the materials and processes for delivering the service are available. The promotion activities include advertising, public relations, promotion, personal selling, and social media. Promotion's role in the marketing mix is to bring about mutually satisfying exchanges with target markets by informing, educating, persuading, and reminding them of the benefits of an organization or its product and service. Price for profit organizations is what a customer must give up in exchange for a product. Using a nonprofit lens, we use words such as fees, dues, tuition, donations, or rates to describe price. A note I want to make is that price is often the most flexible of the 4 marketing mix elements and the easiest element to change. In summary, with a market philosophy, the products and services of an organization are oriented to provide the customer with what they perceive as valuable, using the marketing mix as the activities to deliver this value. Our marketing authors share their perspective that a nonprofit organization exists to achieve some goal other than the usual business goals of profit, market share, or return on investment. For this Marketing with Intention workshop, I have oriented the ideas and language to that of nonprofit organizations, using this lens to consider our marketing activities, colors the language we use, and therefore the ideas we have. One thing to note is how impactful the lens of nonprofit business is to marketing decisions and activities. For example, it influences the very definition of marketing, from the activity for exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large, to bringing about exchanges between the organization and its members and stakeholders to the mutual benefit of all parties. This nonprofit definition of marketing has an impact on the focus of the marketing effort. Marketing shifts from an exchange of goods or services, or in most instances, money, to an exchange of benefits. We need to understand this better for developing our marketing goals, and we'll be diving into it later within this presentation. In the world of marketing, any subgroup of the potential customers is referred to as a market segment. The way we group our customers is by their similar needs and desires. For a rural health network, a market segment may be categorized by the type of member organizations that make up your network, such as hospitals, AHECs, clinics, community agencies, government agencies, schools, etc. Another way to categorize market segments is by a similar characteristic or need. For example, the population demographics of income distribution, or different health-related concerns, age distribution. Of course, we could consider marketing to all of the market segments, but I would suggest that we will be more effective if we are intentional about focusing our marketing efforts or target specific market segments. Having goals is foundational to good planning, because when considering change theory, we know that in articulating what we were trying to achieve, the destination, we are provided with guidance for making decisions along the way. The broadest intention of your network is to fulfill its mission. And to do that, one of the business systems we work with is that of marketing. I posit that to be effective and intentional with our marketing activities over time, we begin by getting clear on our marketing goals. One way to figure out our marketing goals is to consider what it is the network needs from its members and partners. In other words, in what way do we need our members and stakeholders to invest in the network? Let's consider this a bit more, because it is important and can be somewhat difficult for nonprofit leaders to get comfortable with. Recall that the definition of marketing is activity that brings about exchanges between the organization and its members and stakeholders to the mutual benefit of all parties. We know that it is key to our work to consider what value the network brings to our members and partners. But the other side of the scale is also important to understand, because in understanding what benefits the network needs, we are able to articulate clearly what we need from our members and partners. And with those insights, we are able to set meaningful marketing goals. The magic of marketing is that there's a balance between what is given and what is received. It is an exchange. In nonprofits and with our marketing philosophy seeking to provide value to members and stakeholders, the exchange is usually about more than money. The exchange includes commitment and dedication to ideas and values like compassion, equity, and humanity. And also, the exchange includes practical components like resources, knowledge, and funding. I've had the privilege of working with rural health networks of all shapes and sizes across our country for many years. Some of the networks span a large region and have a complex web of advisors and committees. And some are quite small and have a single board. Some are governed within a formal structure and others quite informal. No matter the structure or the size, I have noticed some common needs that networks have. These are the opportunities members and stakeholders have to invest in the network. This is what partnering in support of a mission looks like in a collaborative and partnering environment. Building relationships within and across the network. Collective decision-making, participating in network events and activities, providing resources of staff time, expertise, and funding, advocating for the network's mission in other circles of influence. I suggest 3 steps to develop marketing goals. The first step is to make a list of what the network needs from its members, partners, and stakeholders, such as the one we just talked through in the prior slide. And the second step is to consider a segment of your total market, a subgroup of the whole. And a third step is to review your strategic or project activities. In summary, a marketing goal describes something that the network needs to fulfill its mission, while considering a specific segment of the market and is aligned with the network's strategic and project goals. I have some examples to share with you. Here is the first one. With a network need of increasing participation in the network's community health worker or CHW certification training, with a market segment of eligible community members, and the grant project objective of increasing access to healthcare, a marketing goal could be increase the number of certified community health workers by 10% annually for 3 years through increasing awareness of available no-cost training. Here's another example. With a network need for members to advocate for the network's mission and a market segment of network members and stakeholders, a network strategic objective of increasing state policymakers' awareness of rural health needs, a marketing goal could be work with state legislators' staff to increase awareness of rural health needs during non-legislative session months. And one more example of a marketing goal, which starts with identifying what the network needs, the specific market segment, and the network's strategic or project goals. With a network need for increased financial resources, a market segment of state or regional foundations, and a strategic objective to diversify resource streams beyond federal grants, a marketing goal may be increased percentage of total funding through non-federal grants. You can see with each of these marketing goal examples, we are at a pretty high level of thinking, looking down on the landscape from 10,000 feet, so to speak. When we begin to consider marketing activities, we will bring our thinking down from a 10,000-foot elevation to around the altitude of a few thousand feet. It is at this lower height that we can begin to see the details and focus our attention on specific target markets, specific groups that we will be targeting our marketing activities. It's time to shift our focus to the marketing mix. These are the activities of marketing. We are circling back to the 4 Ps: product, place, promotion, and price. We call these the marketing mix because none of them are independent of the others. Like baking, when we mix our ingredients together, we come up with something different. From sugar, butter, flour, and eggs, we get a cake. With this as our metaphor, marketing components don't happen independently, not in a single department or person within an organization. Doing good marketing means employing iterative and dynamic thinking, planning, and implementing, and it includes ideas, concepts, and effort from multiple systems. With our marketing mix in mind, I bring you to the prep work for this workshop, the Designing to Deliver Value workshop from July. In this workshop and through the accompanying workbook, you were seeking to identify the marketing mix. Do you see it here in this slide from the Designing to Deliver presentation? The Finding the Fit designer is focused on product and seeks understanding of what our members and stakeholders value so that we can develop key messages for promotion. And the revenue development canvas is focused on figuring out how to leverage that understanding to identify, place, and price. The effort of marketing requires dynamic and iterative thinking, analysis, and synthesis to develop the marketing mix. To market with intention, getting key messages to the right people for the right reason, we will be pulling the insights and results from your Designing to Deliver Value workbook, specifically your identified target markets and key messages. An important tool that was used within Designing to Deliver Value is the Finding the Fit Designer tool. To learn more about the ideas and concepts baked into this tool, check out the Value Proposition Design resource. My suggestion is to complete these sections of the Design to Deliver Value workbook. The results will be used for completing the marketing calendar template that is part of this workshop. From the Designing to Deliver Value workbook, you have identified specific target markets to focus your marketing activities. It is a good idea to target. To be specific about the audience of your marketing activity, the suggestion is to select up to 3 specific market segments you want to target. Go back into your workbook to understand what makes these selected market segments unique. Perhaps you initially identified them as a market segment based on their location or size, or perhaps the segments have similar pains or gains. Or perhaps the market segments you've identified describe something common that the network needs, like specific expertise or influence or funding. What you know about these specific markets are what informs the key messages you will use for each of them. Here's an example that helps see how all of the parts of marketing start fitting together. We have a big picture marketing goal, a 10,000-foot high goal that is aligned with our project strategy to increase the number of certified CHWs by 10% annually for 3 years through increasing awareness of available no-cost training. And while working through the Designing to Deliver Value workbook, a target market for this project was identified: the community college students within the area. And the pains and gains were identified for this group, such as needing employment, wanting to contribute to their community, not being able to afford expensive education. All of these insights lead to a key message, a value proposition for this target market. Perhaps it's to get a job as a certified CHW through our free training program so that you can make a difference in our community. You get the idea. To do marketing with intention, you do the hard work of knowing the pains and gains of your target market so that you're able to articulate a key message that addresses those pains and gains that are related to a service that fits with the larger mission and vision of your network. At this point, in being intentional about our marketing, everything is ready for the next step of focusing our communication. Often in marketing language, we're talking about this focusing our communication as being the work of promotion. There are 2 aspects of communication to keep in mind as you begin your promotion decisions. The first is to be very clear on the purpose of the communication. And then secondly, what are the methods available for the communication? These 2 components should sound familiar as they're always part of change initiatives. When considering how to change something, we first need to consider the purpose of the change. And then secondly, what are the options for how to make the change? I point this out as an opportunity to make another system connection. When you are embedded in your marketing work, keep in mind that you are also engaged in change initiatives, and change theories and practices are at work at the same time you are doing your marketing. This idea may assist you in developing your planning calendar and considering key messages for your targeted markets. When we seek to promote something, we are wanting to change behavior or thoughts in some way. We wish for our target market to do something, to make a decision, to shift their thinking, to change their minds. We are seeking to inform, persuade, remind, or make connections. Informative promotion is meant to stimulate interest. Promotion to inform increases awareness in the topic of the promotion. It may be used to introduce, explain, or provide information. It is often used for suggesting new uses or building an image. Persuasive promotion is meant to stimulate action. This is promotion to encourage a change of perception or to influence a decision. Reminder promotion is meant to prompt awareness of the promotion topic. For example, keeping a result or service opportunity top of mind for the target market. Connection promotion is meant to develop relationships. This is a promotion reason that is more common for nonprofit organizations and that much more so in collaborative and collective engagement organizations, where knowing each other builds the critically important environment of trust. As you can imagine, there is a lot of information and knowledge available to you when it comes to promotion methods. What I will present here is simply a checklist and some common definition or brief description. My suggestion is to use this list to consider options and to be intentional and planful with your promotion activity. Advertising is any form of one-way communication in which the sponsor or company is identified. One of the primary benefits of advertising is its ability to communicate to a large number of people at one time. Traditional options such as advertising on television, radio, and newspapers, and their other advertising methods include websites and email. Personal selling is a communication between two people in an attempt to influence each other. Traditional methods of personal selling include a planned presentation to one or more stakeholders for the purpose of influencing a decision or requesting support. Personal selling emphasizes the relationship that develops between the two people involved, with a focus on building long-term relationships rather than a one-time ask. Public relations is concerned about how the organization is perceived by their target markets. Public relations helps an organization communicate with its customers, suppliers, stakeholders, government officials, employees, and the community in which it operates. Marketers use public relations not only to influence a positive image, but also to educate the public about the company's goals and objectives, introduce new products, and gain support. Promotion consists of activities that influence decisions or change mindsets. Promotion is generally a short-run tool used to stimulate immediate interest and awareness. Research shows that promotion complements advertising by yielding faster responses. Social media is used to make connections and build relationships. Social media tools include online platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and it also includes blogs and podcasts. There is a lot to this work of promotion. My suggestion is to simply get started and learn from your efforts. Remember that marketing is both dynamic and iterative, and that using planning tools to support your thinking and track your progress are truly helpful. It also may be that with this understanding of marketing principles and the work you've completed within the Designing to Deliver Value and this workshop's marketing calendar template, you're ready to seek additional marketing support from an external marketing agency. This is an image of the marketing calendar template that is associated with this presentation. Give it a try. Download the Word document and get started creating a marketing calendar for each of your marketing goals. It may be that it makes more sense for you and your network to organize your marketing calendar by your target markets and simply note which goal is being addressed. One last thought to share with you, it may be that translating this template into a spreadsheet will make it easier for you to sort and prioritize your marketing calendar. Here are the resources that were used throughout this presentation. Thank you so much for your time and attention. And if you have any questions or would like to talk through any of the marketing principles, your marketing mix, or marketing calendar, please contact me. Thank you.